It's no secret that space is full of mysteries. Our civilization has barely gone past our own planet's moon, and only one of our probes has ever left the solar system. Almost everything we know about deep space has been pieced together from falling objects and views from telescopes. Hi, I'm Mr. Mysterious, and today I'll be your guide through some of the most interesting mysteries of the universe. We'll take a look at 5 intriguing, unexplained phenomenon. Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in our planet's history spanned over 1,000 miles, with winds gusting up to 200 miles per hour. That is wide enough to stretch across nearly all of the U.S. states east of Texas. However, even that kind of storm is dwarfed by the Great Red Spot, a gigantic storm on Jupiter's surface. With winds peaking at an estimated 400 miles per hour, the Great Red Spot has been swirling wildly over Jupiter's skies for several centuries. The earliest record of this phenomenon dates back to the 1600s, but it is still unclear what's behind the Great Red Spot. However, there is a reason for this. Jupiter is 1,000 times as big as the Earth, and it consists mostly of gas. A liquid ocean of hydrogen surrounds its core, and the atmosphere consists of hydrogen and helium. That translates into no solid ground like we have on our planet. On top of that, Jupiter's clouds obstruct clear observations of its lower atmosphere. Thanks to orbiting probes and telescopes studying this massive planet, we believe we know plenty about Jupiter's upper atmosphere and its chemical elements. But scientists don't know exactly how or even whether these chemicals react to give colors like those in the Great Red Spot. After all, this planet is very different from our own, and it would be interesting to know the reason why and how this big red storm has managed to exist for over 400 years now. Dark energy. A mysterious quantity known as dark energy is believed to make up nearly 3/4 of the universe. Yet, scientists are unsure not only what it is, but how it operates. The only thing we know today is that dark energy exists. In 1929, American astronomer Edwin Hubble studied exploding stars, known as supernova, to determine that the universe is expanding. Since then, scientists and astronomers have sought to determine just how fast. In the 1990s, 2 independent teams of astrophysicists discovered that the expansion of the universe isn't slowing down. Instead, it is speeding up. This means that something must be counteracting gravity, and that something is what we call dark energy. Knowing how dark energy affects the spreading universe can only tell scientists so much. The properties of the unknown quantity are still a mystery. The leading theory, however, considers dark energy a property of space. Albert Einstein was the first to understand that space was not simply empty. However, even this great scientist admitted that it'll take some time until we develop technologies that will unlock this mystery. In addition, dark energy shouldn't be confused with dark matter. Like dark energy, dark matter continues to confound scientists. While dark energy is believed to be the force that accounts for the expanding universe, dark matter may be responsible for how groups of objects function together. The Great Attractor. There is an incredibly strange place in the universe that seems to attract planets and objects. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the Milky Way, and we can't see it. This is why scientists are trying to uncover what could be doing all of this attracting. Our galaxy and other nearby galaxies are being pulled toward a specific region of space. It's an estimated 150 million light-years away, and we are calling it the Great Attractor. It lies in a direction of the sky known as the Zone of Avoidance. It's in the general direction of the center of our galaxy, where there's so much gas and dust that we can't see it clearly. What we know is that our galaxy and other nearby galaxies are moving toward the Great Attractor, which means that something is causing this reaction. That means either there must be something massive out there, or it's due to something even more strange and mysterious. Even though we predict that something massive is pulling our galaxy, it seems like there's something even bigger out there, since even the Great Attractor is being attracted by something called the Shapley Supercluster. Really, all we can surmise at this point is this: the Great Attractor may not really be a thing, but a place, the focal point of our patch of the universe. Naturally, some of you might conclude that our planet will be destroyed by the Great Attractor at some point. However, it's not believed that this can happen, and that is because of dark energy and its unknown influence that prevents our galaxy from being destroyed. So, despite its ominous name, dark matter is not that dangerous after all. Black holes. A black hole in space is what forms when a star of massive size collapses. One of the main characteristics of a black hole is the tremendous power of its gravitational pull. The pull is so strong that nothing can escape it, not even light. If a star moves close to a black hole, it will be absorbed and will not re-emerge. The existence of black holes was first suggested in the late 18th century. However, it wasn't until 1967 that American physicist John Wheeler referred to this collapsed mass as a black hole. Interestingly enough, we cannot see a black hole since it's invisible. The presence of a black hole can only be detected by the influence it has on the objects around it, since it attracts them. Needless to say, we don't know what happens when a black hole absorbs a star. We aren't sure if that star reappears somewhere else in the universe, or if it gets destroyed. What we do know is that black holes can become very large in size after absorbing a number of objects. In fact, a supermassive black hole is located in the center of our galaxy. One thing is sure: black holes are incredibly hard to find and to study. For example, the Cygnus X1 is a body in space that has been studied since the early 1960s. Even after 50 years, we believe that we have found a black hole, but we're not 100% certain. As said before, this is not an object that can be observed in the same way a star or a planet could be. The mysterious pyramid on Keres. In 2015, we received new images from a mysterious dwarf planet called Keres, also known as Ceres in English. The stunning images were taken by the Dawn spacecraft, which was sent to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. This historical achievement resulted in landing the spacecraft on Keres. This is how we learned about two of the most enigmatic features found on this planet. Those are its mysterious bright spots and a pyramidal-shaped structure. The alien pyramid, as it's been dubbed by some, is in fact called Ahuna Mons. From Earth, this structure looked like a pyramid on the surface of the dwarf planet. As the Dawn spacecraft circled Keres at much lower altitudes, the exact shape of this pyramid came into focus. Today, We know that Ahuna Mons looks like a dome with smooth, steep walls. Scientists say that on its steepest side, Ahuna Mons rises 4 miles in height. But this structure is still a great mystery. Around 400 miles northwest of Ahuna Mons lies the now famous Great crater, with its enigmatic and mysterious bright lights. Scientists are currently stating that the mysterious bright lights are caused by a type of magnesium sulfate. A different type of magnesium sulfate can be found on Earth, and it's called Epsom salt. Ufologists have a very different opinion. They claim that the crater is filled with anomalous structures that are anything but natural formations. Several ufologists are saying that several buildings can be seen next to the bright and sparkly spots. Regardless of what the truth is, researchers have not been able to explain the mysterious shapes and bright spots. What do you think about these mysteries? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below. If you find it interesting, and if you find it mysterious, share and like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss what's coming next. As always, thank you for watching.